We try scaling a dog to the moon. Just hit B Vineyard. I think B Vineyard loses to that board too. They had a array. B Vineyard is so bad into freeze. Get duct tape. Radiant B? You can't Radiant B. It doesn't get enchanted. I would be significantly higher on the B comps if you could give Radiant to B.
Seem like a nice person. Maybe too nice.
Second XP. Let's get that level.
Any good fights lately? Oh, I do miss it. Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
That's fine.
Enjoy the thrill of battle. Well, you can.
Bottle works fine with Vineyard weights. Yeah. I don't know. My experience is that it's a little too slow, but
Nufo teaches stillness.
I see it a good amount.
I prefer action.
I can already see all the treasures I'll put here.
My feeling is generally the only scaling on Pig that is good enough to win after like day 10 or so involves sharpen corners. None of the weight setups seem particularly strong. I guess this is better than Halliday. Gets me shield.
I should warn you, I'm not like other Jabalians.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
Ah! Good try, good try. A lot of his build enabling tools removed on the current patch. Yeah. Yeah. Needs Crook. Honestly, I don't even know that you need Crook. Removing Yo-Yo killed so much of what Pig
Like
wants
my
to be
crew
doing.
says at the bar, another round.
You've got potential.
Like, I think without Crook, but with Yo-Yo, there's more stuff that would make sense. Though maybe you would still just be sharpen corners or bust. I don't know. Why'd they remove it? People were complaining very loudly about Pig. It was also the most popular hero on ladder. This buffs the dog. Not a great way to buff the dog, but it does buff the dog. Try to go here. Yeah, the big thing that made Crook so insane was how easy it was to upgrade. Like, it wasn't that rare that you would see Diamond Crooks on day 5. You could say the same thing about the... what's it called? The Regal Blade that they also removed. Like, it was just how crazy that it scaled with upgrades and how easy it was to get upgrades. I am kind of curious what this week would have looked like if they just removed the conditional level ups.
Not all Jabalians are more is more.
Oh, chill, sweet. That's nice with dog. Happy to get that. I think Yo-Yo might enable too much. It enables a lot, but I don't know, it's kind of a cool class item. Like, does Duct Tape enable too much? I don't think it's any better than Duct Tape.
Come on in. Let's chat.
Could buy both of these, or take Longbow, or just roll. This hit's kind of hard.
Do you have to leave?
It's already silver. Duct Tape's absurd. Yeah, but like, is it absurd in a way that makes the game worse, or is the game better for having a couple items in the game like Duct Tape? I think you can make a case either way. Either it's over-centralizing, or
See these tusks.
it enables a bunch of
We're
things.
out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with Duct Tape. Like, Duct Tape on its own is whatever, but it's all the combos with it that make it so strong. Complain less about defensive items? Maybe? I don't know.
Defeat does not defeat me.
An item being in every build is not an inherently bad thing for sure, especially if it lets many more items be playable. Yeah, I mean, that is an argument. I think you can also have the other opinion of if one item is in every build, it should probably be split up into multiple items. Like, one item shouldn't be carrying that much weight. Because then you get into situations where if you don't have that item, then what are you doing? God damn it. I can always sell this. How would you split something like Yo-Yo up? That's a good question. That is a good question. So, I don't have my property yet, but I don't know what this hero is supposed to do if you don't have tall buildings, so I am copium selling for tall buildings.
I'm here
We'll find an ATM eventually.
to defeat you.
Fun of Yo-Yo is good in almost every build for every character, not just Pig. I mean, you can say the same thing about Duct Tape.
It was
Like, a lot of my Pig builds play the Pig Duct Tape that takes up 2 space instead of 1, and it doesn't slow things.
I've come too far to let you stop me. I can already see all the treasures I'll put here.
A little poor. Let's just fill our board with whatever we can. Gonna have to be item on the left or right. Yeah, that's an approach. A way of splitting it up too might also be to have like a weapon yo-yo and a non-weapon yo-yo, and then having stuff like Vineyard and the other big activators care about activating a specific type of item. What happened to make you lose half your board? I got offered a haste item shop, so I picked up this tall buildings that isn't currently doing anything, but I wasn't going to not take tall buildings when it was offered. You should always be offered Radiant on your penultimate loss.
Next time I'll show you what
I don't hate it. It would be nice if the enchant was a little more reliably useful. Radiant's pretty much fine for every build. It's just that it's nuts for some builds. Like, there are builds that go from unplayable to game-breaking with a Radiant enchant. I don't know how I feel about giving those builds guaranteed access to a Radiant.
I am but a humble farmer. Coins are my seeds, wealth is my crop.
Maybe level 15 enchant. I could see that. It already feels like it's pretty close to guaranteed with it being one of the more common ones. Just, like, make it actually guaranteed to make it less feel bad when you miss. I kind of like the idea of, like, having the curve of, like, Freeze takes over the game at, like, when Freeze starts coming online at, like, level 9, level 10, or whatever. And then when level 15 comes around, Freeze falls off. I think that might be a cool dynamic, too. Whereas right now, it's just, like, Freeze comes online, and then Freeze is the thing.
Lonjabali, everyone has enough.
Oh, I'm doing this first,
I
too.
bid you
I want to buff the dog.
This will do well for you, I promise.
Oh. Well, we don't need that either.
I don't succeed unless my clients succeed, and I am very successful.
Maybe Hydra Dude. I've got some haste now.
Inlanders. Plump and pampered as babe. The dunes favor you, Inlander.
It's all about motivation. More is more out.
Get the gold. Here's some life, too. Or... I can hear more about the dog damage. Life makes the longbow better. It's also some life. Not great life. Happened to Fairy Tale Fables? It's still around. Don't think anything happened to it. toughness and shield. Could do my ATM.
Don't have scales? I can forge some for you.
Let's get this out. I will eventually buy a bird for that. Rather than guaranteed enchant, the broken enchant should be nerfed. Yeah, they should nerf the freeze enchant. I agree.
My people believe in peace. Boring! I should warn you, I'm not like other Jabarians.
Yeah, it's very rare. Usually if you're gonna get freeze enchant, you're gonna get it from a free shop. I think I've only seen the enchanted item with freeze event one time in all of my time playing. Why they made some items get insane enchant value, and then randoms will just burn one. Because sometimes you pick up items just to enchant them. Like, you keep them in the bag in order to speculate on getting the enchant later.
I can see you're going places, but I'm chasing you. Now that was invigorating.
How goes the pig gaming? Very poorly. So I guess a little less poorly. We did get tall buildings this game. Maybe tall buildings can carry us. Maybe we get a crane. Dooley feels like the best character this week by a lot. Pig feels like the worst character by a lot. I don't know.
Believe you'll win.
No, what is this? Power Sander?
Against me.
It's better than Tusk Helm. I would have had a diamond crane too.
Moving up in the world.
Yeah, we got it up to 11, and then we had a... we flew a little too close to the sun and lost the win streak. Yeah, I think a lot of people still think Vanessa's the strongest character. I feel like that is a pretty common take. I think it is the wrong take, but it is a common take. Really the problem, he loses early. If you just take Ignition Core, you don't really lose early. Pulse Rifle boards are also pretty good at winning early. His early loss problem was more of a thing in previous weeks than this week.
Well, aren't you a lovely piece of prey?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can always run into a high roller, and the high roller can beat you, but that is true on any character. I think it's the other way around. I think I was winning like 60% of my day ones, but day one's definitely the sketchiest. Day two is usually fine.
You beat me.
You also just build into the best late game boards, so losing early isn't that big of a problem. It's not like when playing Vanessa, where if you lose early, all of a sudden you have to have a much stronger build come together. Duel is just building towards those strong builds anyway. The rating gains and losses are weird, yeah. I can easily force double core. Yep, you definitely can. That's not even the strongest thing you can do. But he's got that available as a very strong backup option. I guess Curio with dog is probably correct.
Come with no weapons, leave with big bargains.
Apparently tied to its strongest, and that's the discussion point. Sure. I think it is easier to get your wins on Dually, and like I had more wins on Dually where my prestige was above half than my 10 wins on other characters. Like, Dually goes 0-2 into 10-0. Better than any other character. And the 0-2 is not even guaranteed. Like, you do win those early fights somewhat regularly. It's just the first couple rounds are also the highest variance for everybody, because so few decisions are being made before then. Like, those are the fights that you have the least control over. Is more consistent, going 10-2, 10-3, 10-4. Vanessa's higher to 10-0, but also for 6-5. If you told me Vanessa 10-0'd twice as much as Dually, I think I'd believe you. But I also think Dually is like 3 times better at getting 10 wins in general than Vanessa is. Maybe more than 3 times. And in the end, I think avoiding bad games is way more important than just making sure all of your games are perfect for climbing. But that might be misunderstanding the ranked system. It's usually true in most games. Not that rank matters. Yeah, of course. Like, in the end, what people care about is grinding chests. And Dually will be better at that. Port Nest flagship, way easier for 10 wins than Dually. I just could not disagree more. Could not disagree more.
You do see these tusks, right?
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
was probably like 75, 80% getting 10 wins on Vanessa. Where Dually just felt unlosable until I started memeing.
Bring her about! I've got another salvo in me.
No hard now.
Well, he didn't say 10-0. He just said 10 wins. Rank never matters. Maybe. Always lose the first days. Are you playing Ignition Core a lot? Like, I feel like I always win my Ignition Core day ones. And I pick Ignition Core the highest. Yeah, but you almost always find a good burn skill. The pool of skills is so small. There's like 3 burn skills available. Granted, one of them is worse than the other 2, but... still playable. Hammer? I've been tracking the Tennos specifically. I think I have 3 Tennos on Dually out of 13 games. I am also coming at this from the perspective of not really caring about MMR and just caring about farming chests. Maybe now we get the crane. Especially that they said the current MMR system is just a placeholder. No! That's the wrong one! But hey, if grinding MMR is what you get enjoyment out of, I'm not gonna say that you're wrong.
You have great potential.
Just not the thing that I'm worried about. Or the thing that I am thinking about when evaluating comps. It's a lot of life. I like giving the dog a bunch of crit, though.
My skills are not weapons. A blade can prune a guy.
What? I guess you can't get the tall buildings yet. Yeah, there's only level 1. Unfortunate. Ken shops are occasionally bugged. To only show 2 options? What the fuck? What the fuck? I have the gold here. I can just sell this now. It's never going in. If I don't need the gold, probably just take the XP. Yeah, like, the first charge shop is guaranteed to give you tall buildings. I thought on day 6 we were guaranteed to get the upgrade, but apparently not. It might be you can't get the upgrade until diamond items can start showing up, which is what, day 8? Day 9?
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
Yeah, just another number that you can fight over. If MMR is giving you purpose for playing the game, I'm not going to say that you're wrong.
You've got potential. I bet I'll see you again.
Okay, how about on day 7? Okay, you can't get it on day 7 either. The more you know. Can I get an empty version of the shop next? Item shop, day 4. They only had 5 items. You had 0 large in stash, so not related to upgrading. Oh.
You seem
Yeah,
like
I've seen
a
it.
nice
I've only
person.
seen it bugged like that
Maybe
with
just
regards to
once.
upgrading. Like, I would commonly press roll on Vanessa's vehicle shop when I have a vehicle already, and it would just leave the shop for me. Rather than give me a fresh roll. Which I think happens when the pool is empty. So much damage. Should probably be trying to swap this for a bird.
Oh, a customer.
What is this? It's not better than a 3-second cooldown, is it? Might be. Do have shielded marbles. Huh. Tries to offer a lower rank version, but tall buildings doesn't go below gold.
Are you sure? Have you noticed I'm huge? Hmm?
Ship build. Yeah, the enchant's cool, especially with tall buildings. Like, we are speeding it up, it is giving haste to other things. It's not just because of this enchant, it's also the enchant on the marbles. Game first rules the rarity,
You can
then
learn
rolls
a lot
any
from
possible
reading.
item from that rarity. There's a weird hidden rule, or it's bugged. Pig's unique skills are... Oh, it could be tall buildings. Other than tall buildings, pig's unique skills are horrible, right? Is this a pig unique skill? I feel like the shop is always bad. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, that is a pig skill.
Moving up in the world.
Maybe I just get really unlucky when I
would
pick
never
that.
debase my wares by-
Hey, a bird!
Ugh. You want to buy that? I mean, excellent choice. Tell everyone you got it here. I think that suits you.
I want the CDR.
Not all Jabalians are pacifists.
Okay, this one's just 10% HP. Small non-weapon. Would have preferred a small weapon. So this could be for spices. That's just not happening.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
Ah! It's deadly. But we got the shield. Scenic Vehicle Shop have Diamond Shipwreck on day 6. But it didn't have Flagship. Yeah, I haven't seen the early Diamond Shipwreck. But I have seen it not give me my upgraded Flagship when I expect it to. And I just want life.
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you?
I don't think I'm snow globing over ATM. The initial activation is so slow. Maybe.
If it's not right for you, bring it back. I want you to be happy.
I want that. How am I getting it? Oh no. No. Tim's going well with the gym enchant. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, maybe this is just never happening. I'd have to drop the dog for it, I think. And I don't think I want to go full pacifist. Having a clock is just too important. -8.
That's quality.
I probably could have taken the sniper fight. Would have been fine. This is more XP, though. The weapon skill would be cool. Last game you wanted combat core. Large shop only had 5 items. Didn't ever see a combat core earlier that game. I had none. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, I didn't know that could happen. Economic items might have been worth. I'd have to...
Too far to let you
Oh, I could have sold this for a loop. Yeah, I'd have to see it in the first chop, though. I couldn't roll. But I guess it's better than basically nothing. What is this? 4 XP? What? But... this could be 3 weapons. That's so sad. It's cool to have around sometimes. I've played it to beat Training Dummy a bunch, back when Crook existed. It wasn't hard to scale it to the point where you were one-shotting, and you could throw, like, phonograph on it, and it was pretty quick. It is awkward that it's diamond, though.
just close your eyes and grab something. While you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
Getting so much crit from the skills that I don't think I want to spend a gold there. That is also buffing the dog.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain. Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
These are
Rusty circuits
100 life
to see that
apiece. I think I'm just getting rid of the business card.
That's been sitting there 20 years.
Oh, this is a weapon, right? Yeah, cool.
Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home. Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything. Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
I like the healing. Make me a bit better into poison. I don't think I'm ever playing that.
You do see these tusks, right?
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
What was the tool shot between? Was it tool shot versus Curio? Ah, fuck.
Strength is a sword without a blade.
Well, I'll admit,
That
was impressive.
that was a 2%er. Did I just get 2%ed? Did that crit matter? Womp womp. feels bad. Yeah, that might be true. Dog might have been too slow. Ah. Awkward.
I got everything you need. Just a matter of finding it.
Speaking of awkward, what a shot.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
I don't have to sell the cash register.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
Comp's about to pop off. I mean, we haven't really been losing. We lost that one fight, and then we lost a fight, like, a few days ago. It really needs that second tall buildings that I thought I was promised. The extra haste would go a long way. Yeah, no, our shield scaling goes kind of hard.
It's all about motivation. You gotta know what you're fighting for.
What is this? What? 300 life? Maybe 4 and have more haste.
Moving up in the world.
I should probably have the bird getting hasted. Not the power sander. Now that we have other scaling here. Whoops.
They've started a war today. Believe you'll win, and you'll win. But not against me.
It's a lot of gold. Is that better than dog? It does take a while. Probably not. Don't want to spend all my gold. Might be better than dog versus other pigs. Oh, that's true. That's true.
My people believe in peace. Boring!
They have no slow. I am losing to a speed controlless dually. That is real sad. Am I losing? Yeah, usually not winning against Combat Core is losing, but their board is real bad. Yeah, the shield scaling also popping off, to be fair.
Eyes on the prize.
Are there draws? No, the player wins anything that would be a tie. How did I know it was combat core? Because there was a combat core in play? I'm not sure what you're asking. I looked at my opponent's board. Combat core is the large item. It's not a... It doesn't look like the regular cores. It was their big scaling item. Yeah, having eyes is OP. Would recommend. Jewelry would be good here. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I think I skipped the jewelry earlier. It would do better than Power Sander, now that we've got the scaling from this. Weapons are so good for the life. Gumballs are just dog damage.
Hi, I'm Quixel, Master Merchant or something.
Now that's quality!
Pain. Oh my god.
I guess I made a sale.
That's pretty crazy. After taking the temp boost, too. Juggler would be really good. Yeah, I mean, the Gatling gets scaled pretty quick. And it does get much faster than the dog. It benefits from the scaling a lot more than the dog does.
I've come too far to let you stop me.
It's never Juggler when you want it. Has to be this. Could sell the ATM to afford something here. There we go. That fixes my gold. And gave me 100 life. I'm pretty happy with that. It's not even just that skills are so needed late, it's that normal shops become really bad once you have a board.
I should warn you, I'm not like
It's a
other
mix of both.
gods.
And yeah, I kind of agree that the dynamic's kind of lame. The solution could just be show more skill shops and so show fewer item shops. But... because, like, once you've got a board, usually the only thing that you're looking for is upgrades for the items you're currently playing. And there's some comps that don't even care about that, yeah.
Oh, you've got potential. I bet I'll see you again.
Showing more skill shops, less item build shops, as builds would get really silly really quick. Well, it depends when you start showing more. Because I think once you reach, like, day 10 or so, you're already seeing 2 skill shops on average per day. Is this good? I'm not going here. This one better. This one always happens. This one I need to have this activate.
My lessons are painful.
Use something small instead of Power Sander. Yeah, but is it worth... It's not worth skipping a skill shop, which guaranteed makes my board at least a little bit better, versus hoping to get something that is faster and small in another shop. Like, I'm pretty sure with this board, most of the time taking an item shop is just -3 gold.
I care little for gold.
And skill shop is something between doubling my power and getting rapid thaw. A good replacement for Power Sander and Kev's Armory were pretty good, though. I mean, so bandages is better, jewelry is better. I'm not sure what else is better. Abacus? Is Abacus 4 seconds? Abacus would have been fine. Maybe there's enough that the upgrade is likely enough that it's okay. But it's still, just skill shops are so much better. It's almost never going to be that the skill shop does nothing. What's this, I guess? Yeah, I'm not sure how many items are clogging the pool at the armory. Tusk-Helm's an improvement. No, Tusk-Helm's too slow. I do want to be getting the shield early so I don't get burst down.
You seem like a nice person. Maybe too nice.
Anything burst you down from 9k? Yes. That's kind of the problem with Pig, is even when you have a ton of HP, the burst builds are still threats.
If you have to ask the price, you can't afford it. Shall I gift wrap it for you?
Okay, there's bandages.
Whoever said money can't buy class had neither.
Guess I buy that
You're
too,
a smart one.
just so I can sell it for the dog.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of stores.
Yeah, it's also, when considering burst, you have to consider burst plus start of battle free skills. Like, you want to survive for your item that gets frozen for 5 seconds to thaw. And that's usually when you start stabilizing. Okay, well, this opponent is not playing a real board.
You've got talent. You should put it toward nobler use.
Yeah, it's worked out. The problem is, my problem with my pig runs is I feel like my pig runs that go well involve some filthy high rolling. And this is no exception. Like, Shielded Marbles, Shielded Pigs Gym kind of carried. We also hit all of the haste skills. Like, yeah, we win, but man, that is not gonna happen.